Hey guys, I'm Ethan Moore from Stockton Supply. I'm here with James. Now James, where are you from? Boston or
England?
England? I have a hard time placing your accent. So.
Yeah, I'm from England, a place called Leicester, which is near Nottingham, where Kevin Costner lives.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. Very cool. So he is the sharpening expert. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
For the average wood turner, whether they're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, what would the proper tool that you guys to sharpen their chisels? What do you have to sharpen their chisels? What would be the most important tools to sharpen their chisels?
Well, I think ideally they would probably need a combination of two.
Okay.
Because we're looking at a lot of different shapes. So one of the most important would be one of these double-sided credit cards, which is a 300 grit and a 600 grit. And the 300 grit is ideal for all your high-speed steel. The 600 grit is ideal for all your tungsten carbide.
Gotcha.
So we obviously use the trend lapping fluid on here, which keeps it clean, stops it clogging, and actually assists the cut. That 300 grit, I would be using this sort of grit for things like your bowl gouges. And rather than coming in and trying to work it this way round where you can't see that you're actually on the angle, if you actually try and make life a little bit more simple and pick it up so you can see it, and you hit on that first shoulder and bring that up until you can feel you're on both.
Gotcha.
Increase that by about 1 degree, and then in a light circular motion I move my hand so. I will not move that hand apart from that circular motion. So I'm coming in here, finding the angle, I will do that in a circular motion, but I just move the gouge.
Move the tool rather than the hone.
Now that way round, I am putting a consistent cut on there rather than trying to do this motion where you're all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's an easy method to learn how to do it. It's very straightforward, very easy. And that will put on, the 300 grit puts on there what I call the coarse sharp edge, which is ideal for your gouges. You don't necessarily have to be doing all that. You will develop your own manner of doing it, so you can keep this in your smock, and you'll probably just end up quickly touching that up and then going back to work. But it's keeping you away from the grinder all the time,
right,
and just keeping it sharp, which saves you tooling. So obviously the 600 grit, you can work that with your skews. So it's a great size, great shape, it's very thick, there's no flexibility in there at all. Also with the 600 grit, we apply a bit of fluid. If you have any carbide inserts, these are not disposable, you can sharpen them very easily simply by sharpening them on the flat side. So in a light circular motion, because you do not apply pressure when you're working with diamond, that will hone up your inserts. You can do it that way round if you want, and when you get as clever as I am, you can do a figure of 8, but I just think that's showing off, so I'll just do a circular motion piston. So this is the second product I would mention, because everybody has a problem with Forstner bits. So this is a 400 grit, and with the Forstner bits we're just picking that up, and the actual face that we're going to work on is that tooth there. And just very light, so we're coming in and we're doing about 3 strokes on each tooth.
And really a Forstner bit is used quite a bit for a lot of turners.
Correct. And most turners have a bucket full of blunt ones.
They definitely do.
Because they can't sharpen. So we work that way around here, and then we come to this edge. You are not coming in all over the place here because you're not going to do that effectively. When you sharpen something like a router cutter, you're coming in from the flat side to do the profile. So it's flat to do shape. Similarly as we just did, with your inserts, it's flat to do shape. So when you come round to doing that edge, it's exactly the same, flat to do shape.
Right.
It just so happens the shape is a straight line. And that makes life a lot easier. And if you're working with this type of Forstner, again, that is the most critical one. So you're coming in there in 3 or 4 strokes down here. Flat to do shape. And as this is half round as well, if you want to just touch up this lip, then just nice and lightly. Just remember, when you're working with all these quality precision diamond products, you do not apply pressure. It's just the weight of this while you're sharpening these, and that will do all your forceness. As well as you can double that up, and if need be, you can take the inside burr off some gouges and things like that. So really, that is a combination. With the fluid is a really good starting point for anybody to do with woodturning.
So what do you call these? 3-inch file, and
that's a 3-inch tapered file. That's a double-sided credit card, which is 600 and 300 grit. And they trend do actually a nice kit, which is also very handy for people, which has got the tapered file, the credit card stone, the fluid, the cleaning block, and the most important thing, a copy of my book and the DVD.
See your beautiful face in there.
Yeah, and the DVD gives you all these sharpening explanations. So put that on. If you can't sleep at night, put it on also, and you're asleep within 5 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, James. If anyone else has a question, email me at info@stockingsupply.com or comment on this video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.